Hello and welcome back to what are we calling this? The Afterburner after show for Payback. I am one of your hosts, Alex, which is Crazy NZ Wrestling Figs on Insta. And are you being mauled in the background there? Are you?
I know my dog loves doing stuff when we start the show, like just to throw you off of the intro. Like we're gonna have to do it to take 3 tomorrow now, or whatever the next one is, to get it right.
Well, at least I can hear you tonight, so that's all right. It wasn't it wasn't me last night, so that's fine.
No, we're still saying it was you. Anyway, on that note, I'm your other host tonight, guys. My name's Matt. On the agenda tonight, we've got a few different things than normal. We've got the raffle for Carl, which is from Wrestling Collectibles New Zealand group. For our international viewers, please don't bother joining that because it's for New Zealanders only. Keep up with what's happening on the like page. Number 2, we have the big announcement. All right. I've been looking forward to this one. And I can't wait to announce it to all of you guys. We've obviously got our chat about what just happened between myself and Alex at Payback, and then we've got bringing you guys on screen. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna quickly have our chat. Then we're gonna invite Carl onto the screen to talk with us about what just do the raffle. Sorry. Then we're gonna do the announcement, and then we're gonna invite you guys on screen to talk about the announcement, the raffle if you really want to, and what just happened at Payback. All right. So we've got a bit happening tonight, guys. Oh, geez, we've had a few comments. Where's the StreamYard link? Getting to it, Mitch. Ronald, hey, Ronald, you managed to stay up to 3 a.m. your time. Good work. Hey, Brett. Mitchell, hey. Ruben, hey.
3 a.m.
Yeah, we got a few people here. I know, 3 a.m. commitment, right? All right, so guys, I'll put the link up very shortly. Alex and I'll just have our chat here. When you do join into StreamYards tonight, can we please not talk in the private chat? Because the private chat really throws me off, and then I end up missing everyone who's on the live chat in the in whatever social media thing they're on. All right. So if you're in here waiting in the queue, just be sure to keep talking on whatever social media you were watching it on. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, what do you think of Payback?
Hit and miss. Hit
and miss. I think that's a good way to describe it.
Yeah, hit and miss in the sense of pre-show, Liv Morgan, Iconics. It went as we thought it would go. With I suppose the right squad winning it. Then you've got obviously the when Liv got knocked off the apron and they tried to portray it was Ruby Riott. So there's still that hindrance or that I don't know what the word is. That it's still not 100% the tag team. Yeah, that's probably the best word to put it. So typical pre-show match. So
exactly, quick, nasty, and not enough time to really do everything that they want to or have to try and do. But it gets the job done, I guess, right?
Good to see Big E Sheamus wasn't on the pre-show.
Yeah, I was glad that I was wrong about that last night. Guys, the dog's making a cameo again tonight. Apologies about that, but you can't say no to that cute thing there, right?
So I'm following. I wrote notes down, but my phone died, so I'm on Wikipedia now. So second match this has got is Apollo versus Bobby Lashley. Yeah, I know. That's what happens when you watch Payback. That's what happens when you watch Payback. I
actually enjoyed that match.
So I saw the highlights to it, and it looked like it was a decent match. So you watched it. So what do you think? What did you think?
Yeah, I enjoyed the match. It wasn't Bobby Lashley didn't squash him, which is good because that's kind of what we thought would happen. Or what should happen if Bobby Lashley ended up winning the title. It was kind of an even back and forth kind of match. You could tell that something was going to happen after, and it did. Apollo came through and just started attacking whoever was in sight from the Hurt business, basically. But yeah, the match itself was quite enjoyable. Again, I don't think any of the matches from tonight are really you should go back and watch it material. But for something that was live and just something to watch for the day, it was pretty good. I enjoyed the show.
I
I've
don't
got
know.
here before we move on that Big E has a knee injury.
It looked like that towards the end of the match. Whether it's a legit knee injury or it's a work, but
yeah, that's why I said knee injury. I think it's just a part of the story to kind of sell him along as a babyface, to like a courageous type babyface.
I think there's probably 3 matches on this card that I actually would go back and watch.
Okay.
So I enjoyed Big E Sheamus.
Yes.
2 big men going for it, and believe it or not, they had the 3rd to longest match of the night at 12 minutes. So they weren't long matches by any stretch of the imagination. But Big E Sheamus, Matt Riddle, Corbin. Matt Riddle, Corbin.
Wasn't it 2.5 hours, something like that?
Yeah. So Matt Riddle, Corbin, I really enjoyed. Those 2 actually work bloody well together as a storyline. And the 3rd one I would go back and watch is the Mysterios versus Seth Rollins and Murphy. That was another good match. I thought, anyway. I would love to have seen Keithley, Randy Orton go 20 minutes and just slug it out like a good wrestling match, but Keithley pretty much went over in like 6.5 minutes, which they had to put something on the card, I suppose.
Yeah.
So,
as we kind of had a quick chat about before we started, I think that was kind of a smart way for WWE to push him without pushing him too much, if that makes sense. Because I mean, how many people have beaten Randy Orton in his entire career in 6 minutes, like you said, 15 minutes, we'll even say? Not very many.
And a clean match too. Yeah, and it was a clean win.
One finisher.
We thought Drew would intervene, but
that
didn't happen. So, Anyway, what were we up to? Match 3, Big E Sheamus. Well, yeah, you saw that. So, what do you think? I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it.
I mean, obviously, it was a hard hitting match. I mean, both of them were just like clobbering each other with all of their moves, whether they were hits or grapples or whatever you want to say. They were all hard-hitting moves. That spear that Big E does outside the ring scares me every single time. Like, I'm looking at it like, shit, he's not going to get his arm out in time. His head's going to get caught. What the hell's going to happen here? Someone's going to die. But thankfully, he hasn't really fucked it up too badly yet. So,
it was a good match. It went the way I thought it would go with Big E's kind of beating Sheamus. I can probably see them building Big E Roman Reigns. I reckon that'll be a match I'd love to see.
Yeah, I could see that happening, but Big E will come very close, I think, but he won't actually win it, obviously, with the whole new Roman thing, especially if it's one of his next few feuds. I mean, obviously, he's going to go back and forth with The Fiend and Braun Strowman, I'd like to say, for the next month, maybe 2 months. Maybe they'll finish in Hell in a Cell. I don't know.
What's the next one? Clash of Champions. So that'll be interesting to see who Roman's opponent is for that.
When we looked at the schedule, I think it was like Clash of Champions, Payback, Clash of Champions, Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell.
So Hell in a Cell's not too far out of the picture.
Yeah,
and then Saudi.
So. What was next? Matt Riddle, King Corbin.
Yeah, so I've just got written down here and really high case letters that Corbin is the GOAT. It doesn't matter who he's in the ring with. It always ends up being a good match and a safe match at that. Like, realistically, how many people can you go through and say that he's put over without hurting them?
I think Corbin is rated one of the safest or the safest wrestler in WWE.
I'd believe it.
So,
I would believe it.
Shows how good he is in the ring. Not that, everybody loves to hate Corbin, so he's obviously doing his job properly.
Exactly. The thing I found really funny was the aftermatch segment where Matt Riddle was talking to, I can't remember who he was talking to now, a backstage interview. And Corbin comes along and starts attacking him, puts him on the table, plummeting him in the head, and then the table breaks while he's smacking him in the head. So he put him through the table with a head punch. Never seen that happen before. The table was too gimmicked.
I actually think it was like two tables, and like where he put him, they both just collapsed.
Yeah,
I think
it was funny though.
What's next? This is.
I'm gonna start shaking my head already.
Other than the pre-show, this was just disappointing. This was just. I don't even know why you put it on the card. You know, the women's tag team match. Boring as hell. You knew Nia, Shayna were going to win, and now you've got, Sasha Banks no belts and Bayley one belt. So you can see where
Mitchell will absolutely love the fact that Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are women's tag team champions. He loves them.
Really?
No.
I was going to say Shayna Baszler, boring wrestler. Like.
What?
I don't know. Boring.
Come on now.
Okay, so you've just been talking about like the safest wrestler in WWE with Corbin. Now you're talking about the most unsafe wrestler in WWE, Nia Jax. How many people does she
Nia Jax? I can't stand Nia Jax. Like when she was doing her big celebration thing after the match, I was sitting there like, yo, would you just shut up? Like you look like you're about 10 years old right now. Stop.
So,
but the thing that really annoyed me is that you've got Tamina backstage on SmackDown doing absolutely nothing right now, and then you got her tag team partner winning the title with someone else.
Yeah. So
and it's like that could have been Tamina's first title in WWE since she's been there. She's been there what, 10 years, 12 years, maybe more, and that could have been her first champ.
I don't know where they're going with that. Is that Shayna's first title on the main roster?
No, she had the Raw Women's title once or twice. Definitely once. She won it at WrestleMania New Orleans against Alexa Bliss.
Obviously,
but, I can't remember if she won it a second time.
Yeah. Well, I must admit, when a Shayna Baszler match comes on, I just change the channel, or I come back after it's finished. So,
and then we got Keithley and Randy Orton up next, obviously, and all I've got for this is that he kind of beat him really easy.
Yeah, it wasn't.
He never really looked like he struggled the entire match.
No, really. I was interested to see the JBL promo with Keithley beforehand, so it'll be interesting to see what they're gonna do with JBL in that sense, if they do anything.
Or maybe JBL gets killed tomorrow on Raw by Randy Orton to continue his momentum back up again
as a legend killer.
Yeah, because he needs to do something now. He can't just disappear or go into another feud with Drew McIntyre. He's got to do something big first, I feel, anyway.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Drew, because I can't imagine they're finished, because obviously with such an easy finish at SummerSlam. But I can't stand JBL.
Not even just an easy finish, a stupid finish for a WWE title match. A bloody back roll pin. Or backslide pin, sorry.
Yes. So what do we got next? Mysterios. Well, we picked this one. We said yesterday that Dominic was going to pin Murphy, and then the cracks would start showing between Seth and Murphy, with Seth obviously taking his maternity leave. So that was pretty predictable. Yeah. But then they've announced it's Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins tomorrow for Raw. So
so my guess is that either Murphy will do something to help Rollins, to help Rey Mysterio win, or he'll try to interfere and it'll somehow cost Rollins the match. And that's kind of where they'll kick off. But I've just got written down here that there was early signs of dissension in the match between Rollins and Murphy when they were kind of squabbling right from the word go. As you predicted, Murphy attacks Rollins. And then Rollins just walks away from Murphy looking quite disgusted after the match.
Are you watching these comments on the Facebook? We've got Carl, Rubes, Mitchell, Packy. All the boys are watching.
Yeah, so the last one I had was Packy saying, hey Packy.
You're awesome.
But other than that, that's all I've seen. We've got Carl and all those guys, but I said them before. No one in private chat. No, we're good.
It shows that I've got 6 comments.
I'm sure we're up to date. If we're not,
4.
I apologize.
Anyway, so
really, hey Tim, how are you? And then we got the
What's-
main event, which was obviously Fiend, Braun, and Reigns again for the title. I was kind of writing notes as the match was happening, so everything I've got written is kind of as it happens. The first thing I wrote was that the Fiend comes out first. That's pretty disrespectful. Oh, Braun attacks him while his entrance is happening in the ring.
Yeah, I don't get it. I must admit I was kind of
Hey, Dwayne.
surprised with the way they did the whole Roman thing. That was quite a good little
Yeah.
swerve, if you want to put it. It's probably not a swerve, but with not having him come out straight away, then the ring collapsing, and then them coming out and signing the contract. So that was a cool little.
It was like a new twist on like the cowardly heel.
Yeah, and then for Roman to come out and chair shot the shit out of Strowman with whatever it was, 5 or 6 chair shots, low blow the Fiend, and then spear finish. So wasn't too much to it, to be perfectly honest.
No. As we were talking about beforehand, if I was Braun or Bray, I would have been pretty pissed off knowing that I was taking all this damage before through the match, and then Roman Reigns was going to come out and not even break a sweat and win the title. I would have been so mad.
Yeah, and then what were we saying last night? So third night that Roman Reigns been on the card, no retribution.
Yeah.
So whether it's
either they've given up on it or they're really building it up. They're wanting people to either think it is Roman Reigns or know it's Roman Reigns.
Whether it's just a coincidence, but who knows on that front? So be interesting.
Exactly.
So,
hey, I better do the invite thing. You keep talking. I'm gonna invite Carl to join us real quick.
Okay. See, already is he?
Don't know. I hope so.
Hope so.
I'm just gonna send you the link, Carl. Just so that we don't have 50 million other people trying to join at the same time, and then I got to search through for you. Not that we'll actually have 50 million people. It's a huge exaggeration.
Because I think that's the only match they've announced for tomorrow night anyway, which is Mysterio Rollins.
Yeah, but if we're being honest, they don't really announce much for the Raw shows or anything, right? It's kind of turn up on the night and find out what happens.
Pretty much. So I guess we'll just see what happens. So
if you were going to give, because we didn't do this at SummerSlam either, if you're going to give SummerSlam a rating out of 5 and Payback a rating out of 5, what would it be?
Payback. Maybe a 3. Other than the 2 women's matches, I quite enjoyed that. To be fair,
yeah.
So Bobby Apollo, good match. Big E, Sheamus, yeah. Riddle, Corbin, yeah. Keithley, Orton. Thought that could have been longer, but that was all right. Mysterio, winners planned, and Roman, yeah. So Payback, maybe a 3.5, maybe. Because
okay. And then what about SummerSlam? Because we didn't give SummerSlam one either.
Yeah, SummerSlam I'm not sold on. To be fair, I'm going to have to Google the card again because I can't remember. It was a week ago.
Honestly, I think Payback was the better show. I think you're pretty spot on with the 3.5 star. And then I think that SummerSlam is easily 2.5. I don't think it was that great. There was only one match that was really exciting.
Drew
hey Ronald, I can see your comments. You're there.
So Drew versus Orton at SummerSlam was good. The Fiend versus Strowman was good. Mandy Sonya was good-ish. The both women's titles matches were boring AF. Seth Rollins and Dominic, that was good. So I would probably give SummerSlam maybe a 3, maybe, because when you actually look at the matches, Apollo MVP pre-show was quite good. Again, two out of 3 women's matches are just boring.
Yeah.
Like we said last night,
SummerSlam was worse though.
Yeah, Payback's card better and better for me anyway.
For sure.
but they need to do something.
Can we say SummerSlam 3? SummerSlam 3 and Payback 3.5.
Yeah, that's what I would say personally. They had, for me, there were more matches that I enjoyed at Payback than there were SummerSlam.
Cool.
So,
all right, cool as.
but yeah.
Cool as. All right, well, look, I'm going to bring Carl up on the screen now.
Oh, Chief
Here is
Raffle.
Mr. Carl himself.
Step back. Is this working?
It is working.
Alex is gonna shoot off in a second. He's just gonna take control for a minute while I quickly get a few things ready for the raffle.
Yeah, man, sounds good. How's it going?
You all right? You ready for the big raffle, right?
Good. Yeah. Big build-ups. So yeah, pretty sweet. Everyone's been super awesome getting that squared up so we could get this like lined up nicely with this show. So yeah, pretty badass. I'm surprised Matt didn't send. Go on.
It definitely worked better when they were individual raffles, I think, than that one massive 30-slot raffle, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. You mean, like a few people were buying a few tickets, and they weren't like the $40 wrap tickets that we've seen in the past, but $12 a ticket is still a reasonable chunk to put down. If your name gets pulled, you're going to feel pretty buzzed and then find out that you've only got a Ronda left to pull, like a surprise. That felt really rough. So it needed a rethink. I think it worked out in the end. It's nice to get those stuff, in the system, but it never kind of timed it nicely with the Pop Guardian stuff as well. So excited to see that coming through. And I was just thinking about it then. I was like, I really because I've been staring at these figures for a few days since I got them, and I thought I wanted to do them as a set. So I when they were offered to me as a set, I was like, I'll take them on as a set. And I've fallen in love with this Rick Rude. I knew I loved it, but I just don't want to send it out now. So I'm gonna
buy one tomorrow night.
Yeah, I have to queue up with the Pop Guardian crew to see if I'm on that. So yeah, I mean, awesome that we can even get that stuff. I mean, what's on the shelves now? 67 is the most recent stuff we've got, and we got that a year late. And now we've got, and I reckon, I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are on it, but just seeing it so prevalent in warehouses now, so long after it the buzz came off it, after it was launched in the States. It must just be dead stock for that run. It wasn't a super popular release, 67. And now we've got a boatload of it. So I'm like, was it just peg warming? And then we got good prices? I don't know.
I always got told that we got the shit end of the stick when Australia gets it first, and then we just get it shipped to us when they can't sell it. But who knows whether that's the truth. Yeah.
Oh, there's all sorts of rumors in the rumor mill. Hey, it's I've chatted to the buyers at Warehouse in the past, and they just don't know what's going on. They were promising me elites about a year ago, and then we had a massive drop of basics, and they don't know what they're ordering. Even when you scan that stuff through, the pictures on the checkout come up as I think the elites are elite 59 or something like the picture, because it's all generic barcodes.
Yeah.
So they don't know which ones they're selling. So it's kind of crazy. Well,
Matt's just messaged me. He's got a surprise in store for you. So I'll leave you with Matty if he brings himself back on, because I've got to go make dinner for the wife and the little one, and then I'll come back.
Yeah, nice one. I'll catch you in a bit, man.
So,
all right, hey guys. So we don't have Matt tonight because he's actually in one of these raffles. So I thought we'd go get my friend Mark instead. He's a bit of a mark for all wrestling stuff, eh?
I love that the luchador was called Mark, the least Spanish name in the
world. So I'm on a real. Do you guys want me to actually wear this while I do the raffle? Because I will if you guys want me to. Otherwise, I'll take it off.
I love that, Matt. I'm checking the comments to see if people want to keep the mask on. I've just spotted Brett's comment about the Canadian dial-up. Mate, I live in Featherstone. It's I'm
El Marco. I like that. That's making it up on the screen.
Yeah.
I'm taking the glasses off though. That's annoying me. I can handle the mask.
It depends on how itchy it is and how hot you get. You can start sweating it
Well,
out.
we'll find out pretty quickly, I guess.
Yeah, it's good to get the backlash review. Thanks for that. I should probably actually watch Payback instead of Backlash, but
Yeah.
that was my mistake earlier. But
That
yeah,
was pretty funny, especially because, like you said, you just done a bloody graphic up for Payback.
yeah, and I spelled collectibles wrong as well, right? But
All right.
yeah, let's go then.
Sorry, carry on.
No, I was going to say I was just reflecting on your breakdown of Payback, and I was just wondering what you're thinking. Like I was just the whole time leading up to this and seeing the Paul Heyman reveal with Reigns. I was like, I feel like they've missed a trick. Like everybody's just talking about like the Fiend effect and people turning like once they get involved with the Fiend.
Yes.
And I just thought there's so much material here. If they would have just waited, brought him back as a face, and then after the match, like all of a sudden he goes to Heyman and it all starts spiraling. But just
yeah, no, I do get that. I think that's just a classic case of WWE though, where they just rush into things without thinking about it too much.
Yeah, they don't want the lead in because they don't want you to wait to kind of find out later. They want you to know up front what they build to, which is just a shame, but the nature of the corporate beast.
Exactly. Try and get this bloody mask straight, so I don't have half an eye showing. That's a bit better. All right, let's get this raffle underway.
I'm trying to move to
who do you want to do first?
I feel like we need to build up to Bray. Like
I've already decided he's last.
Okay. I mean, what are the people watching want?
I think it's
any requests.
I agree with that, Ruben, as well. Ruben says I think it's more that they overthink everything. I do agree with that in some respects there as well.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how it plays out anyway, because there's obviously this is just like chapter 1 in something that's going on, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what happens with Bliss, and how they write her into this and what her character is going to evolve into. So that'll be more fun than anything that happens in the ring, I think, with these guys.
It's gonna be an interesting one. All right, Freddie, is it Blassie? I can't say it wrong because I know he's your favorite guy here.
Yeah, Freddie Blassie first then. So who have we got?
So before we start the raffle here, guys, how it's gonna work is I'm gonna grab the name, show it up to the camera so you guys can see, and then I'll bring the box up here and show you me putting it in. I'll also fold it as well. On top of that, when your raffle is drawn, don't go anywhere, because as soon as this is over, we're going to do the announcement straight up on the screen. All right. So as soon as this raffle's done, don't disappear straight away. Otherwise, you'll miss out.
Cool. Good to see Morgan in the room placing the raffle.
Yeah. All right. So first up, we got Erica. Oh, dropping things already. We got, can't even see who this is. Mike. Bit of a longer process than normal, but it should be a bit of fun.
We got there.
Mike
Another
again.
one for Mike. He went big on this one.
If I've stuffed up at any point here, guys, like giving someone an extra spot or haven't put you in, yell out. But I'm 99% sure I've done it right.
Don't say that. Brett will say you've left him short. Right, another one for Mike.
Mike again. Still in my hand. Didn't get rid of it off screen. Mike
another
again.
one for Mike. He's just cleaning up.
I know. What's the raffle for? So on our collectibles group, Ronald, we have Carl here who's put up a raffle for an entire set of Elite 77. There's one for Brett. Here's Brett again.
Brett, yep.
It's really hard to figure out where the center of the screen is on here because obviously the camera's in the middle, and then I'm off to the left of the camera here, so it throws me off. There's one
Dylan,
for Dylan.
go on for Dylan.
There's one for Erica. And another one for Erica. All right, so my math is correct. That's 10 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10.
10, yeah, should be it. And there's only
Cool.
4 possible winners in this group.
All right, so again, so you can see that they're in there, or hopefully can see. I don't know how well the camera's going to let us see.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah,
you'll just have to trust me on this one, Morgan. All right, someone tell me when to stop. Or Carl can, because I will be here for ages.
yeah. I think that's shaken enough. It'll be a long night.
That's shaken enough. All right. And when somebody comments, I will grab out one of these things if I can try and show it up to the camera. That's a bit better. Someone says, just give it. Oh, Tim goes, just give it to Mike already. All right, there's our comment. We have one.
Here we go.
And it goes to Erica. All right. So Erica,
Congrats
you
to
get
Erica.
pretty.
Sorry, Brett, I knew he was super keen on that Blassie.
Well, he's gonna have to message Erica now. All right, and look, they're all out in a bundle, thrown away. So next up, AJ, Rick Rude, or this. Who do we want?
Oh, I think we should leave Rick to a bit later on.
Okay.
I would go the AJ because I know you're in for that one, so it could be quite
Go
fun.
for the AJ. Okay, get rid of everyone that isn't Matt. No. All right. So Jackson's
in.
Do I have to bring the box up every time, guys? Or are you trusting me that I'll just throw it in the box? You guys let me know in the comments. There's Jackson again.
Jackson, yeah. This is where you're just dropping them on the floor.
Exactly. Just so we can prove it. Jackson again. Don't know who this guy is. Who's that? Calvin. Shush, Alex. Erica.
Erica's going to clean house.
Yeah, go 2 for 2 here. Mitch.
Cool.
Mitch. Matt. Just gonna get them out from behind here, guys, because a couple have fallen behind. All right. Just double check that there's 10 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Hopefully you guys can see that. Can you see that, Carl?
Yeah. Look good.
Cool. Awesome. Seems to be the only way I can make it so that everyone can see is by not being able to see myself. All right. And someone tell me when to grab. Gotta try to do it. Someone tell me when to grab. I need a comic. Ruben commented just in time beforehand. So now I gotta wait for another.
There you
now. All right.
So tense. I'm not even in it. I feel tense.
Oh! Right. I'm gonna take a recording of that after and show you guys that my eyes was on the camera the entire time, though. All right. It's all a bit awkward when that shit happens.
I thought to myself, if you pull your own name, you're gonna get real sheepish.
I'm waiting for a message from Morgan now. There we go. Redraw.
Redraw.
I'm taking this off now because it's getting too hot. Getting too hot and too itchy. Where's the hat? So Viscera next then, since obviously we want to save Rick Rude for last. Do you guys...
Morgan's just giving you a world of pain.
I'll take it. Do you guys want me to show you them going in the box every time still, or are we happy to trust me now that I'm not in any of them?
Oh, man, I think we trust you. We know you're a pretty straight arrow.
Redo the box. I guess I can do it like that, right? You guys can see that better?
Yeah, that works.
All right, we got Pucky. I just can't see any comments here, guys, so you'll have to try and convince Carl to talk to you. Calvin.
Yep, Ruben's a fan of this new box setup.
Calvin
again.
Is he? Erica. Oh, just in case we didn't see that in time. Erica. That was pretty quick. Erica. Mike. Brett. And Brett.
Right, there's 5 different people in this one, so we'll see how it goes.
Yes. Yeah, sorry, Ronald. It's kind of for the New Zealanders only for this one. But hey, maybe next time we can do a more international type one. That'd be kind of cool. All right, I think we can agree that's shaking up enough now, right? Okay. I'm gonna do it like this again. All right, someone yell out when to pick something up. And Carl, you're gonna have to let me know.
Yeah, I'm watching. Right, Ruben's commented, good luck all, so that'll do.
That'll do. We got one, just moving the box out of the way.
God, I feel it, I'm feeling tense.
Pucky,
congrats. Pucky picked up the Mabel figure off me as well, so it's a good combo.
Oh, that's right. That's awesome.
Yeah, nice.
That is cool. Rick Rude, I guess.
Oh, we've got Liz as well, eh? So it's your call.
Do we? Oh, shoot, I didn't even write that one down. I'll have to write that down in a second.
Hang on, that might be my bad. Let me check if I put that on the...
All right, anyway, we'll soldier on with Rick Rude for now. All right, we got Simon. We got David. We got Brendan. You can tell this was towards the end of all my writing because it's getting messy now. Mike. Not that my handwriting was ever really neat.
No, it's like doing essays at school, though, right. But I haven't. You've probably written more tonight than I have in years.
Brett.
This one's going to be a spicy one because so many people were on this hard, eh?
Scott. Yeah. Because is that the chase Rick Rude?
Now, this one's a standard, but this one's definitely like the the better one. The Chase is cool because it's got the belt, but the detail on this one is next level with the Ultimate Warrior on his crotch.
Erica. Okay.
I definitely say this one's the most popular. I think
Organ.
the Bray one's popular because it's valuable. Like there's a bit more value there, but in terms of just that outright figure, this one far and away people jumped on it. I think we've got like 7 different people.
All right. When there's a comment, tell me to pick up.
So this is one of 9 different people. So I'm watching for the comments. I imagine Brett's going to jump on this to call it. Oh, Ruben again. So he's called it. He said, very envious of everyone who scored a spot in this one.
And we have.
Oh, attention. Brett Amos. He wanted it badly and he got it. Congratulations. There you go.
All right. Am I writing out Liz now, or are we doing Fiend?
What do you think?
I reckon we do Liz now. Leave Fiend as the main event.
Wow.
You'll just have to read out who I'm giving a spot to.
Yeah, cool. I've got a list here. So just tell me when you're ready.
Yep, ready when you are. Just one at a time, though.
Cool. So you only need to write it down. You just write Carl down 10 times. Right, we've got 2 for Erica.
All right, so we got Erica. There's your first one, Erica. I'm not going to put the figure name on top of this one. We'll just try to speed it up. And we've got
Brett's giving me a world of shit for my
number 2 for Erica. There was 2 for Erica, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Next up, we have 1 for Tim.
1 for Tim. All right, there's your one, Tim.
Next up, we've got 2 for Brett.
2 for Brett.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't want this one.
Give him to Carl, you reckon? There's number 1 for Brett. We
don't know what's under that skirt, though. It might be like Cardona's LJ and Liz. She might have the meat and veg under the skirt.
Who else we got?
Oh, hang on. I'm getting too excited about the video. I've got 2 for Mike.
2 for Mike?
Yep.
All right, there's number 1 for Mike. If at all you can't see it, Carl, just let me know and I'll show it again. Yeah. And there's number 2 for Mike.
Nice.
All right, who else?
And we've got... I'm trying to figure this out. We've got 3 for Brendan.
3 for Brendan.
He's bush. You wouldn't get that bush underneath that skirt.
Jesus.
This is an R18 show, right?
Sometimes. There's number 2 for Brendan.
That's a good point. I don't think I've listened to a couple of the shows now since I've been back on, and I don't think I've heard a cuss yet. Is that right? You quite good with the language?
YouTube, you got to kind of keep things quiet with the cussing, but we don't mind it from time to time. You know, we are all adults when all said and done.
You've seen my videos. I'm terrified. I feel really embarrassed afterwards. I swear so much.
It was 3 for Brendan, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, there's his third.
Nice one, and that's it. That's the whole lot for this one.
All right. You guys should be able to hopefully hear that shaking around. All right. I think we're shaking that up enough. All right. When there's a comment from now.
Yep, Ruben said good luck. Alex said there's been a few words in a good CB reference.
Right. Should we get a bit of suspense again this time? Are we ready?
Oh, who is it? Erica again. Just scored us. That's a second.
And that's
Congrats to
for
Erica.
Elizabeth, right?
Yep, that's right. Has anybody seen Erica's collection? I've sold a couple of things to her in the past, and she's picked up a few this time. I'd love to have a look because I've never seen it before.
We might have to get her on one of the next members' interviews. Then there's a few people we got to get. Mr. Brett, I'm looking at you. Carl, I'm looking at you. Alex, I'm looking at you. We're gonna get all you guys on the members' interview. Make sure I got all those tickets out of there. Yep. All right. Lucky last. The one that everyone has probably been waiting for because it's the Fiend. We have Scott. Can you see that?
Yep.
Cool. We have Haley. All right. Remember, guys, don't disappear after this because once we finish chatting and Alex gets back on the screen with us, we're going to do the announcement. Tim.
And Alex has already mentioned that me and Brett are probably going to be pretty excited about who's announced. So,
Yep.
that gives me a certain ballpark.
Yep. Cool, Alex. That's cool. I obviously can't reply because I can't see the screen. But your message came through on my phone, and I'll bring you back in once we do this. That was Calvin again. Sorry, I didn't say that. Erica, because if we got all three of us on, it might be a bit hard to prove that this is legit because you won't be able to see much. Can you see that?
True. Yeah, Pucky.
Cool. Looked a bit scattered on my end. Who's that? Mitch.
Yep.
Mitch. Without telling us a figure, Carl, who's the biggest spender on these raffles? Who was the biggest spender? I mean, we all know it's definitely Brett in normal scenarios. But on this one,
it goes to show that sometimes the investment is worth it because Erica was by a stretch the biggest investor. So and obviously she's getting payback for it. But I think
almost got her money back if you look at the price of elites in New Zealand. Maybe she'll get this one too and get her full investment plus some.
Yeah, I mean, even if you chat to Brett, he's picked up Hogan mailaways in raffles.
Yeah.
He got that taker with the Series 8 taker recently. Like, he cashes out really well sometimes, and they're just fun, man. Like, it doesn't even matter if you don't win. I just really like entering. It's just a hoot, And I'm sure that Brett would be well up for putting his prototypes up for raffle soon.
All right, we got a comment yet? My arm's getting bloody sore. Come on, guys. Hurry up.
Come on. One more. Come on. Yep, Brett said it. I think they were better value than Lotto.
Yeah. All right. For the Fiend.
Here we go. That's the big one.
Whoop.
Oh. Erica again. Three-peat. She's cleaned house. Well done, Erica.
So just to clarify who won, we got Erica here with the Fiend.
I'll type these in as we go.
Erica here with Elizabeth. Let me know if you need me to slow down.
No, I've got
it. Rick Rude with Brett.
Oh, of course, Amos gets the best one, eh?
It's Amot's luck, man. I don't know. He's
Erica with Freddie
with it.
Some guy called Matt with AJ.
How he hasn't bought a lotto ticket and won is beyond me.
And Viscera with Paki.
Cool. Congratulations, guys. That was good fun. Really appreciate the way that you set that up, Matt. I kind of like the old school out of a hat vibe. It's cool.
Yeah, so what we got people watching right now, what do you guys prefer, those that are in the group? Would you prefer this type of style or the electronic style?
This way.
No
one likes looking at a randomizer.
Yeah, I must admit, whenever I'm in a raffle and it's on a randomizer, I pretty much just skip to the last 10 seconds and see who won.
Pretty much. It's like Amos said earlier, though. Cardona used to do it on his kitchen bench when he did his grocery breaks, which are always good value to watch. So, and Amos always used to win, so that's why he likes them.
Yeah, some pretty good banter in the comments as well. So they're good value.
No, that's cool. All right, so guys, are we ready?
You have been waiting for this for like 3 days, so
I know I'm ready. I'm ready to finally get a bloody good night's sleep. All right. So before we do the video, let's give a bit of backstory. Okay. Alex and myself were talking after SummerSlam. SummerSlam's the first one we done, right? And we were joking around saying, how cool would it be if we could get like someone from overseas on the show? And me being me, I'd done some investigating and managed to find contact details for one person. Contacted said person. Next morning, I woke up to a reply saying they're down to do it. All right. So, with that being said, because I don't want to ruin it too much, enjoy the video.
G'day Kiwis and all wrestling fans, especially Wrestling Collectibles New Zealand fans. WWE Hall of Famer here, Bushwhacker Luke. The bloody good news is that on November the 7th, I will be on Chat with Wrestlers via Facebook Live for Q&A and selling and signing photos, action figures, t-shirts, WWE comic books, 2015 Hall of Fame rings and Bushwhacker Hall of Fame belts, all signed by me and shown to you right there on Facebook Live. Kiwis, I am very excited about talking to you live in my home country, New Zealand. So remember, November the 7th, mark that down now and keep tuned for time of day. See you then, mateys. Oh yeah, whoa, yay!
that is gold.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So, Carl, firsthand, what are you thinking?
Oh, well, I mean, the first thing I was like, "Hey, it's still a good promo." That's first.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's mind blowing because when you started talking about it, I was like, "Oh, is this going to be like local fed? Is this going to be like someone in developmental or something?" But I don't even know how you managed to hook that up. It's like if you just like booked like 10 cameos in a row and just said like, we're going to just do.
No, that would have cost way too much. No, honestly, I just done some research and I managed to find a way of getting in touch with him. Sent him an email, very formal sounding. The next morning, I check my phone, half asleep, look at my emails, see this thing with the title, "G'day, mate," and I'm like, "Holy fuck, what the hell?" First thing I done, message Alex. I was like, "It's happening. It's actually happening."
Yeah. That's insane. And like it's such a kind of a nice piece because obviously through Shannon, quite a few of us have had a hookup to get like one half of that team went on our Hasbros and cards and stuff. But there's like the number of times I've thought to myself, how do you lock that in? Like, how do we get these complete? And like just to see this set up, it's awesome. So no, that's great.
That's the main reason that I was trying to find Luke particularly, because I knew how many people would, especially in New Zealand, have only half of the tag team's autograph.
Yeah.
And like, especially if you go look at Ruben's Legends figure, it needs the other half.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And there's so many
awesome.
other things out there that need the other half.
Pretty sure Amos has got a signed Luke Hasbro, so he'll have to buy. I can't remember if he's got the Luke one. So, but it'll be interesting to see what you've got a small list of what he's going to have for sale, don't you, Matty?
Yeah, so he's talking about having things like a Hall of Fame ring to sign, obviously the good old 8x10s, t-shirts, dolls as he calls them, but more action figures. Yeah, just waiting on the details for that. But basically, guys, there'll be a cutoff date if you're wanting to send stuff in to actually be sent over to him. We'll get all those details out soon once we have a few more costs and whatnot. But yeah, it's happening.
Yeah, awesome work, man. That must have took some effort. It takes some balls to step up and like take it to the next level and be that ambitious to start kind of pitching for that kind of stuff. So, I mean, the page itself obviously has taken a step up. Alex has been involved. You guys doing the videos, all the graphics, all the branding. But again, it's just like another level that you're taking this to at the moment. So, yeah.
Nah,
when I did
cool.
a Steve Austin and packed up my ball and went home last time I was in the group, like it was just a different group, It was just like come back to it, and it's so polished and so professional. So hats off to both you guys for kind of bringing that game. It's awesome.
No, that's cool. I appreciate you actually kind of noticing the changes when you came back, because sometimes I sit there and I'm like, has things actually like progressed here or what's happening? But
I think it really, absolutely has. Like really, it was a good conversation platform and just a page for us to share our figs and chat and kind of flip some stuff. But now it's a proper platform, like organizing stuff like this. Even just these live videos are pretty awesome. And obviously you've got big plans, so congrats. It's awesome.
When they work, Matty? When your headset works.
Yeah, we won't talk about when they don't work. You were asking about the cussing before pre-show. Before the show, that's when all the cussing happens. All right, Carl. Well, not to be rude or anything, but we got a few people in the chat waiting now, so I'm going to move you on.
Nice one.
All
cool.
Right.
I appreciate you setting that up. Good to see you. Have a good night, lads.
All good.
See you later. Catch you later.
See you later.
All right, so Alex, remember the drill. I'll remove you for 1 second while I add the person into the middle and then bring you straight back.
Yeah, so no, that's all good.
And we have Mitchell.
How are we going, boys?
Good. So funny thing. What was it, Mitchell? About 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock this afternoon, I get a message from Mitchell, and he goes, "Is your guest Bushwhacker Luke?" And I sent a message to Alex straight away. I was like, "How the fuck did he figure that out?" Because I wasn't really being too like, how do I say it? Put forward, I guess, about who it was. But Mitchell's the only one that clicked onto my little Easter egg there with Howard Finkel being in the announcer in the kind of brown scale video that we done yesterday. So good on you for that. And you got it 100% right. I just had to keep telling you that you weren't right so that you wouldn't.
I know. I wanted to know. It was good. It was a surprise.
Yeah.
And your camera quality is not that great, Matt, because you can't see your Bushwhacker figure in the background by AEW figures.
No, because he's up here.
Yeah, you had him in the background for yesterday's video. No one noticed.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I forgot about that. So, Mitchell, are you going to get anything signed by Luke, or are you just going to sit in here and watch when he does the autograph signing and the Q&A and all that?
I'm not sure. I don't know what I've got of his to sign.
True.
I might still have a poster from when him and Butch came to IPW.
True.
I think I've
cool.
got.
So you?
Oh no, I've got his hat. Mum just reminded me. Yeah, I got the hat
there we go.
with a bike mark in it. Yeah, I should get that signed.
Yeah, there we go.
Definitely.
That'd definitely be a cool piece to get signed. So you watched Payback today?
Yep, sure did. Yeah.
What did you think of it?
Good, except from the women's tag match.
Yeah. No, whatever. You loved it.
No, I didn't. That's stupid. So annoyed. It's ruined the whole pay-per-view.
What did it come to the main event, and when Roman Reigns won, you were like, "Oh, fucking Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax."
That time thing.
So, what, Roman Reigns?
No, it was Shayna and Nia.
Yeah.
Best match of the night, Mitch.
No, not at all.
So
funny.
what was your best match of the night, Mitch?
I quite enjoyed Biggie and Sheamus.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was pretty good.
Yeah, the way Roman won the title, I wasn't too impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roman in between did all the work, and then he just comes out and
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. But I think it also kind of progresses him as that cowardly heel.
Yeah, so that's one thing. Yeah, that they've established that he's definitely a heel.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think is going to happen with Seth Rollins and Murphy?
Yeah, I think they might end up splitting up, but I don't know how long that'll be until they do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty good outcome. And Alex predicted what was going to happen.
Yeah, pretty much down to the T, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Lucky guess.
Yeah, but it's the same. Like I was watching Roman and them. Well, Fiend and Strowman were at the top rope. I turned to my dad and I go, "This ring's going to break. Let's just see what happens." The next thing, and he says to me, he goes, "You've already seen this happening." I said, "No, it's live."
I had a quiet chuckle to myself when Roman Reigns kicked Fiend in the balls, if Fiend even has balls, because Roman Reigns went to go rebound off the ropes and fell out the ring.
Yeah, that was fun.
If you rewatch that, watch the referee when he's trying to fall out of the ring.
Oh my god! Yes.
Charles Robinson doesn't know what he's doing. Like the ring doesn't, the ropes don't collapse far enough, so he's actually going to like try and back dive over the ropes.
Yeah. I had a little laugh at that, but then when he went over the ropes, I was like, "Shit, he's going to die here. He hasn't got himself over enough."
He's got a long way to fall.
Yeah,
especially I guess for someone who's not an in-ring competitor and doing that shit on a daily. Look what you've done to me, Carl. It's throwing heaps now. Nah, it's just the release of people now knowing what I've known for the last week.
that's really cool that you've managed to get him. That's really cool.
Yeah, especially I think especially for someone who's not really involved in wrestling per se, to be able to tee something up like that with a channel of 19 people on YouTube. I mean, you got the 168 people I think we have on Facebook, and then not much else anywhere else. So I think for something the size that we have right now, that's pretty big.
And for being probably the first, I'm going to say the first person or collectibles page in the country to do a live signing Q&A, which is pretty much how they're doing everything in the States now with COVID. So it'll be the first one in the country with a pro wrestler. So that's, all props to go to you, Matty, because you organised it all. So
I'll take that. I'll take it.
Let's just hope the email that I will send later for the next one comes through.
Yeah.
That'll be a hell of a score. So
definitely.
Bigger guest again, is it?
Yeah, you can guess.
This one will be a bit harder to tease, I think, because there's so many. Like, there's too many things that you could tease about this person, but then also it's kind of obvious everything you tease about this person, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be interesting. I'd really enjoy making the video for it. I know that.
You have to go back a long, long way to try and find teasers.
Oh yes. But anyway, Mitch, we've got a few other people in the queue here, including someone from America where it's like 4 a.m. for them right now. So I'm going to quickly get him into the feed here so he can probably go to sleep as soon as he's finished.
All right, no worries. Good to catch up.
Feel free to hang around in the queue again, and we might get you back in later.
All right. Okay, cool.
All right, catch you. All right, we have an American, our first American on the show.
Yes, indeed. Hold on. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. Why am I so zoomed in? What the hell? All right. It's going to have to stay the way it is. But yeah, how's it going?
4 a.m. You stayed up a very long time for this.
Yeah. Yeah, for me it's exactly 4 a.m. Yeah, I've been awake for a while, and yeah, because he said to me, oh yeah, because we're gonna be going live at 7 p.m. but like New Zealand time, and then I'm awful at math, so I was like, what time would that be over here in the U.S.? And I'm just like 3 a.m. Good God! So, but yeah, it's all good.
But was the announcement worth it?
Yeah, the funny thing is, I actually was completely unaware that one of the Bushwhackers was from New Zealand. I did not know that.
Really?
So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been a fan of the Bushwhackers, for quite a while. The unfortunate thing is, I don't think I have anything that he'll be able to sign because back in 2017, this was a while ago. They made like a battle pack of the Bushwhackers, but I don't even have those figures anymore. I don't know what happened to them, and that was ages ago. So.
Well, the good news is he has said he does have battle packs, and
yes,
he'll have his own like stock list, so to speak, of things that can get signed that he's already got. So if you don't have anything, you're more than welcome to just buy something he's already got.
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see.
And the good thing is he's in America anyway, so it's going to be cheaper to send to you than it is back to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a friend of mine is sending me a package, and he lives all the way in Australia, and that's gonna take about like 3 weeks to get here.
Yeah.
So that's just fantastic. But yeah, pretty cool announcement. I was very curious as to who it was gonna be, and then when the video started to play, I'm like, oh shit, it's time. And then I started laughing when he showed up, and I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. So yeah, the Bushwhackers are definitely one of the better comedy acts in wrestling. Like they're just great. They crack me up every time. So yeah.
For sure. So Payback, what do you think of it?
I don't think it was like one of the best shows, but it wasn't awful. I've definitely seen much worse. I think that there are some things that definitely could have been executed better. I had a very strong gut feeling that Sasha and Bayley were going to lose, but I really hate Nia Jax with every fiber of my being. So seeing her win and then, hearing the sound of her voice and stuff just really, made my blood curdle to a certain point. It was not enjoyable by any means. I think that Roman winning the way he did, I can understand the frustration of that, but at the same time, I think it was a really good heel tactic. Him just like kind of staying off for a bit. I mean, you got to keep in mind that Roman essentially is kind of taking Brock's place as like the big heel, and I think that we're going to see more of that kind of heel behavior from Roman now that he's finally a heel, which I'm massively happy about, by the way, because for the longest period of time, I was always like, man, what if Roman turned heel? It'd be really, really, like unique and stuff, because it'd be something different with his character. And now that he's finally heel, I couldn't be happier because, Dean Ambrose was heel, Seth Rollins is heel, but Roman was the only one who stayed face like the entire time. So I'm really happy to see them at least do something unique and new with his character. It makes me beyond happy.
I think
now I need John Cena heel.
I'd love to see Cena bring back the Thugonomics gimmick. That's like my favorite. Where in the U.S. are you from? Mitchell, I am from Maine, a small state that no one gives a single shit about. It's like the most northern American state, and the only thing that people know Maine for is lobster and Stephen King. Stephen King, renowned author, he's born and raised in Maine. And then I think Maine is like the biggest developer of like lobster in the country, and that's about it. So that's great. That's currently where I'm from. Born and raised, unfortunately. It's not a great state. Yeah.
Man, Alex, we don't even need to be there. We should just give him the screen to do the rest of the show.
Yeah. I just sit here and watch. It's all right.
Sure about that? Yeah. Good Lord. But yeah, no, Payback, I thoroughly enjoyed Payback to a certain extent. I honestly just kind of turned off the show for a bit when the women's tag match happened. I know that's a bit harsh, but like I said, I cannot stand Nia Jax. I'm really, really not a fan. So
yeah, we talked about this last night about how bad the women's division has turned since the likes of Ronda, Becky, and the Bellas. Not that the Bellas were big in that women's revolution, but in the last.
Well, they were in their own sense. It's just they don't get They don't need the praise that they do get, if that makes sense. But they were still very instrumental in Norman's evolution.
Ronda is a really unique case to me because she had a retirement match in UFC and then got her ass kicked, and then everyone was like, "Oh, what is she gonna do?" Because she's acted in movies before, maybe she'll become an actress, and no one really knew exactly what she was gonna do. And then all of a sudden, she showed up at the Royal Rumble in 2018, and then everyone was like, "Oh wow, look who it is!" And then she showed up, had some pretty decent matches, to be honest, and then she just left. And then she publicly talked shit about WWE. I don't know if that was her just being heel, if that was like a shoot or something. And then she's done
both, probably.
Since. Yeah, probably. So yeah, Ronda was one of those cases where I was honestly like really interested in seeing her show up because the only other person from UFC that we had really seen achieve like top guy or top wrestler status was Brock, and that was about it. Well, let's not talk about CM Punk's UFC career, shall we? That was a bit messy.
Hasn't Cormier come out and said that he wants to come to WWE now?
Yeah, I remember hearing something about that. I've heard several UFC people say that.
I was gonna say, isn't that kind of the thing to do when you're starting to either get beaten up in every fight or you're getting close to retirement? I'm going to WWE, or I'm going to, I guess now, AEW, or I'm going to this.
Yeah, the funny thing with CM Punk, it was kind of the other way around. He had achieved like main event status in WWE, kind of cemented his legacy, left on bad terms, and then got his ass kicked in UFC. Not trying to diss CM Punk. He's like in my top 5 of all time. He's one of my favorites. But let's just be honest. The man kind of got his fucking noggin rocked several times in UFC. So
definitely. So before we move you on here, Ronald, because we got someone else in the queue still waiting.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is going to be the biggest story moving forward for you out of Payback?
As in, like the one that I'm the most on board with and kind of hyped for to see how it progresses.
Pretty much, yeah. Which story going out of Payback are you looking forward to seeing?
I would say the Seth and Buddy storyline because I've talked to a bunch of people about the Monday Night Messiah gimmick, and there's really no gray area. Either people love it or people hate it. I love the Messiah gimmick, so I've loved Seth running along with this new heel gimmick because it's something completely unique to what he's done before. And I don't know about anyone else here, but I really, really want to see Buddy versus Seth. I love Buddy Murphy to death. I think that he is one of like the best modern guys, I would say. I think that he's absolutely incredible, and I'm really glad that they took him. I mean, don't get me wrong, he had great matches in the Cruiserweight division, especially with Mustafa Ali and stuff. But I was really happy when they called him up to like the main roster, and now he's been doing some really great stuff, and now he's turned heel, aligned himself with Seth, and I really think that eventually Buddy's going to turn face on Seth, and they're going to have this killer feud with these killer matches. I think that they're both going to tear it down, and I'm very interested to see how they do it. Hopefully they don't screw it up. Hopefully they actually execute it in the correct way. But
before you jump in here, Alex, I think it would have been a better choice of words to say then burn it down instead of tear it down. But anyway, carry on.
I can see that going down on Hell in a Cell though.
Oh yeah, that'd be amazing.
Them locked in a red cell, as in burn it down. So you know what I mean. Like you can just see it.
No, they'll have to make it like a white cell with clouds on top for the Messiah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I would say a yellow light beam coming down on him the entire match.
Hey, maybe it could be a thing from like when Shawn Michaels did it. Like Seth teams himself up with God, and it's just a light. And yeah.
We don't need any more fancy lights during wrestling matches. We've had enough of the red light with the Fiend. So
that's a good point. That's a very good point. But yeah, I would say that's like the storyline that I'm the most excited for. Although, I mean, I really I'm also probably equally as hyped for what they do with Roman's heel run because, like I said, for a long time I was like, man, what if Roman was a bad guy? And now that they've finally taken that opportunity to have him be a heel, I'm keeping my fingers tightly crossed that they don't screw it up, and I really hope they don't. I think that because with Paul Heyman, you got to keep in mind anything that man touches just becomes gold. I think that Paul Heyman is really a mastermind when it comes to wrestling and stuff. And I really, really am convinced that he is going to be like the perfect guy to kind of guide Roman along for this new heel run. Because I think this is the first time that Roman has done anything to this degree. So I think
It's
that
interesting. It's interesting to see why they took Paul Heyman off the creative side of Raw. You know, like he was the,
as well.
that it makes it interesting. It's also interesting now that obviously Paul Heyman has been moved to SmackDown with Roman Reigns, and now AJ Styles has said, "I don't want to be on SmackDown anymore. Move me back to Raw," because he doesn't like Paul Heyman. So don't know what he's done to ruffle the feathers, but
yeah, I mean AJ Styles isn't like my top 5 of all time, but like I mean it makes me laugh that from what I heard he moved to Raw or whatever because he was getting made fun of for being a flat earther. Or something like
yes,
that.
I've seen that as well. He also, because he asked to move to SmackDown supposedly because he threw his toys because Gallows and Anderson got released.
Yeah, okay, but the thing with that, I don't necessarily blame him. I can get behind that. Those guys are like his close friends, so I can kind of understand where it's coming from with that. But
and to be fair, they were kind of at the height of their stable when they got released. Like, you go just off of a feud with the Undertaker, you can only really go upwards from there, even though they lost. It doesn't matter if you win or lose against the Undertaker. Your next match is going to be big. Sure.
Get rid of Angel Garcia instead of bloody
Garcia.
Angel Garza.
I hate that guy. Eh? I'd rather see Gallows and Anderson back then.
But again, have you seen his NXT stuff?
No.
Oh well, mate, that's the problem. You got to go watch his NXT stuff.
You're on the main roster now. You got to perform, all right?
Yeah.
No, he was on the main roster. Now he's in developmental.
Who?
Angel Garza. Raw's developmental now, isn't it?
That's not.
Man. But nonetheless, the thing with the whole flat Earth thing, that's a really interesting concept, isn't it? It makes me laugh that it's been scientifically proven for a very, very, very long time that the Earth is not flat. Yet there are people out there who think that the Earth is flat. And one of them just happens to be, in my opinion, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
I guess it's 2020. 2020's been a madness. You can believe in whatever you want, I guess.
Some people believe COVID's real. Some people believe Trump's a good president. Not everyone agrees.
That's a yikes.
But on all this political chat, I'm going to move you on because we got the next person here waiting in the queue for a while now. It's not because of all the political stuff.
Before I go, I have a question. Is it cool to self-promote or no?
Yeah, go for
it. Give yourself a couple quick plugs.
All right, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Ronald_Van_Donald, and you guys can also see me as the host of the. Hold on, it's mirrored, so I can't. There we go. The Tuck Your Chin podcast on YouTube and Spotify and iTunes and I think several other platforms. You can see me as the host of the Tuck Your Chin podcast, where we discuss wrestling and such, just like these mad lads. And also subscribe and follow these guys, Wrestling Collectibles NZ. There's some good dudes, and I didn't even ask to be a member. Really, they were just like, hey, want to come on? And I was like, hell yeah. And this will be because of these guys, this will be one of the only times I stay up until like 4 a.m. So yeah, it was definitely worth it.
I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth staying up.
All right, I'll see you guys later. God, it's mirrored. I keep doing this and you can't see it, and I gotta move it here. There you go.
Oh good.
Catch you, man. All right.
Whoa!
And we have.
G'day, matey. Yeah, what an announcement, man. What an announcement.
I know.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I think you had to bring the figure back so everyone can see the other autograph.
All right, yeah. I got to thank you infinitely for the opportunity to get the other half. Oh, you can't even really see it because of the glare. There's right there. And because of Matt and Alec, we're going to get Luke right there. Yeah.
So you're gonna take the risk and send it across the world, are you?
Yeah, I'll do it. It's not in perfect condition anyway. I'll be honest. This is very hard to get in good condition.
Yeah. Nah. I haven't told really anyone except for you two yet, but I'm really, really hoping my one turns up. I brought one as well, and in the pictures, even Ruben says it looks bloody mint.
Yeah, you don't see them like that very often. looks case fresh almost.
See,
Yeah.
you should have got it. You should have got it shipped straight to Butch, or straight to Luke. Sorry.
Well, I did think about that, but it wasn't really confirmed at the time when I brought it.
Yeah.
It was like in the works, and because it was the first time I ever do anything like this, I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'll just get it sent to me.
I'm gonna wait and see what his list of figures, belts, rings, whatever comes out of it. See what he's got first. There's no point sending. I'm going to send my Hasbro tag pack already signed by Butch Miller. Yeah, I thought you might there, Brett. I thought you might.
Yeah, we had already talked about who was going to be setting stuff in, and you were pretty much at the top of the list.
You were my first guess. So,
but what a hype video, man! What? Sorry, Luke. Just that video that got me hyped. It just the energy he brings to his promos, even to this day, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if he could get Butch on at the same time. Imagine if you had Matt in the middle, Butch one side, Luke the other side.
Mate, I've got a weak heart as it is. Do you want me to die?
Or you can set up another one that has Butch come on, and then you do a third one, and it has all three of you. That'd be pretty cool. It's like a trifecta.
We'll see. We'll see. We've still got a bit of time between now and then. We'll see what happens, because I don't know when their book's coming out, but it might be a good opportunity for the two of them to kind of promote their book as well.
Oh, hell yeah. Can't wait for that. Man.
But, yeah, so have you watched Payback, or you kind of just relied on us again?
I don't think you can. It's no point asking me. Well, actually, I did see when I can't remember who it was, but multiple people were posting on Instagram about the whole Roman Reigns thing. I actually did go back and watch that match. I've been pretty public that I've not been the biggest Roman Reigns fan in the past, but fan or not, that's a huge, huge move that completely caught me off guard. I thought, I didn't think it was actually going to happen.
Yeah. Brett, I'm going to have a chat to Shannon, hopefully within the next week or two about it all. Obviously, I just wanted to keep it kind of hush-hush until this was announced. But now that it's out, or everything's lifted off my shoulders, and I can now talk to people about getting other things organized as well.
It's so hard not to spoil it, though, eh?
Especially for me, because like, not saying Alex wasn't doing anything, but because I'm sitting there doing the Photoshop stuff for it to announce it, doing all the video stuff for it, and I'm just sitting there watching it. I'm like, this is gonna be bloody sick when it's announced, and like trying to add the little comedy bit in with the sheep at the end and like the whole thing stops, and it's like yeah.
Once he sent his video, that topped that whole thing off. To be honest.
Yes. Because I think the announcement was cool beforehand, when it was just the picture at the end in case the promo didn't come through. But when I woke up this morning, and yes, I'm saying this correctly, when I woke up this morning and had a text from Luke saying check your WhatsApp, and then I checked my WhatsApp and there's a video, and I'm half asleep watching this. You can only imagine what I was doing. Like, I didn't need a coffee, didn't need an energy drink. I was awake.
I know this is an R18 show now, but we don't need to know what you're doing first thing in the morning watching bushwhacker videos, eh?
You would.
Hey, that's exactly how it was implied, all right? So
Okay, Mr. Alex. Bloody hell. The one guy that sits there and goes, women's tag team match. Who's hotter? That person's winning.
Yeah, well.
You were wrong too.
I didn't pick the Iconics. I picked Liv Morgan, so it was all right.
I thought you chose Peyton Royce.
A singles match between Peyton and Liv. Well, hey, that would end.
This has been me for like the last week. Oh, wrong way.
20-minute conversation with Bushwhacker, eh?
All right. Super weird. For someone, like I said, who's not involved in wrestling at all. I'm just a fan. But go away, Brett.
See, it wasn't just me.
All right, so guys, if there's any kids in the chat right now, we've turned to our R18 side of the show, so it's time for you guys.
I think you need to make up a graphic, man. An R18 graphic.
Sorry?
You need to make an R18 graphic now.
We'll have to do a late night show with Carl, so we don't have to bleep every second word of Carl's.
Carl was great, man. That was such an exciting.
Well, that's why I like.
Very well done.
Yeah, no, that was good. It was good value. So.
That's why I like having Ruben on the show, because I know there's no cusses coming out of him.
Not yet.
Yeah,
it might be even that we can talk to Logan and see if Logan wants to sponsor a monthly raffle when we do our monthly pay-per-view shows.
Yeah, that could be your job. You can organize that one.
That's right. Can't be that hard. Otherwise, we'll just buy one and raffle it off. It's not a big deal.
I mean, all I'm saying is if I can organize Luke, anyone can organize anything.
You got
if you decide you want to do anything, no matter what it is, just go bloody do it. Because I mean, me from Auckland, New Zealand, got in touch with Luke and where is he?
Florida.
Blackwater Beach or something, Florida, and made it happen. So if there's anything you guys want to do, bit inspirational here, but if there's anything you guys want to do, just fucking go do it. You know.
I'm messaging Undertaker tonight.
You pulled out,
want to know what's funny?
What?
This will be a mark out moment for you right here. I actually found contact details for the Undertaker the other night.
But how many people have actually tried reaching out to him, though? Let's be real.
So you don't actually reach out to him directly, you reach out to a media agent.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And we'd have to probably pay him like $25,000 an hour to come on here.
What was it? No, it was
although
like,
if I had the money, I'd pay it.
No, I'm pretty sure 12,000 US.
Yeah, which is like 25k New Zealand.
No, it's about 15, isn't it? 15, 16.
I don't know. What's the currency rate at the moment? $1.60?
There's no more than 20. I know that.
Anyway, if someone wins,
Ruben, if you want to chat to the man Undertaker himself, 20k. I'll get it done.
I think Ruben would have a heart attack.
Oh, I think he would too.
Yes, he would.
We'd have to leave him on screen with Undertaker by himself.
No, but getting back to the topic, nearly had a heart attack just watching Bushwhacker Luke there. And then when you called me that day, Matt, I was in the printer room at work. I almost had a heart attack.
Do you want to explain how that went down to everyone who doesn't know?
Well, what is there really to tell? I got a call at.
I love that comment by.
No lie. What it probably would have been like early afternoon, maybe a week ago that you called me, Matt, randomly.
Yeah, somewhere around that.
Yeah, and that's really that's the last thing I would have expected you to say, that you just had a 20-minute call on the phone with Bushwhacker Luke. It's just that's
so a little bit more in depth here to try and create a story. Ruben had just sent me like a long ass message about some admin business that we were trying to take care of. So I had to send him. I sent him a message straight after that, and I was like, "I'm gonna call you." And then I sent him another message because I was like, "Okay, that sounds really bad after a long message." And I was like, "It's nothing to do with the message. You're not in trouble or anything. I just need to call you to tell you something." And so he goes on break real quick. I call him, and I was like, "Okay, again, you're not in trouble. There's nothing wrong. It's nothing to do with the message. I've got something amazing to tell you. You know how, you need that other autograph on your Bushwhackers thing. It's happening." And you kind of stood there like, "What? What do you mean?" I was like,
"Yeah,
he's coming on the show."
Joking. I seriously thought you were just pointing that's a joke.
Yeah, no, that'd be a pretty sad joke, wouldn't it? Bring you up. Hey, look, I've just been talking to Luke. He's coming on the show. Blah blah blah. Hang up. Ha ha ha. Got him.
Still though, yeah.
But so based on what we've kind of talked about with Payback, what sounds like your favorite match?
Oh yeah, I've been tuning into the whole thing. It's been a great chat that you've had with everyone on here so far. It's been really entertaining. Sounds like Big E and Sheamus was a great match after all, which was a match that I expected to be great. Which, two amazing competitors. Big fan of both of those guys. I wasn't expecting to hear that Keithley ran over Randy Orton as quick as he did. I would have expected it to be probably like a 20-minute even match and then the interference. That's well, way to set up Keithley. He's obviously not just another guy on the roster. Oh man, love the cup, Alex. That's awesome.
I thought you might.
Yeah, we need to get you a Wrestling Collectibles one, Alex.
I'd buy that.
Would you really?
We've already had this discussion about doing merch, so we'll see what happens. We'll see how popular this gets.
Hey, to be fair, I don't want to be like a major wrestling figure podcast where every week we got some new gimmicky item coming out. It'll feel like a cash grab after that.
No way. There's no way that we're doing these fucking things.
I can't see. I'm trying to upload the video to the Facebook page. What thing?
Biggest waste of fucking $35 in my life.
Which thing? Bring it back up.
It's like a stress grenade.
Oh, the grenade. Yeah, you showed me that.
Yeah. So this will be going to my little fellow when he decides to crawl around.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing though? They can put anything. They can put their logo on anything, and it sells out in like 2 minutes.
Pretty much.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Everything. The last couple of things haven't actually sold out straight away. They did a face mask and I don't know what the other thing was, but it took ages to sell out. It didn't sell out. I don't think their latest round of pins have sold out either. So I think they might be pushing the boat out maybe a little bit. So
I didn't even realize they're out yet because usually Major Potter always posting straight away that they sold out. So that's
well, to be fair, there's only so much gimmicky merch you can push out, right?
Oh, I don't know. It seems to be that Americans love to buy the Major Pod stuff. So
the value of some of that stuff now is insane.
Yeah. We can't say anything. We can't say anything considering we just bought a signed Edge heads today, Ruben. So it was only $220 shipped for an Edge Cardona Myers signed Edge heads that we both got. So we can't really say.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the few things I'm a sucker for. But yeah. But yeah, I was going to buy that even if it didn't have Edge on it. But seeing that it was with Edge as well, far out.
Yeah. To have all three is definitely worth it, I think. So
yeah,
that'll be my fifth Edge head box that I've bought.
Oh, damn!
Yeah, I've got.
Wow.
You know what you are, Alex? You're a major mark.
Well, hey, I bought 4. So I bought 3 so I could have obviously one of each loose and then one minted box. But then they decided to do one signed, so I might actually we'll do
Raffle.
something with the yeah, we might do something like that.
Raffle. I agree,
see.
Brett. They did saturate the market too much.
Yeah, they've put too much stuff out. So
But so I've just changed the cover photo on the Collectibles New Zealand page, not the group. And I've just uploaded the video. So anyone that's watching and wants to share it for us, that would be amazing.
Definitely.
Yeah, just spread the news around because obviously the more that we can show people that this show, even though it's small, is worth getting people on, the more pull we have to get other people. And Alex and I have made a list of people who we would like to get. And they're all contactable, very, very easily contactable, actually. So yeah, we just got to prove that we can pretty much.
We'll leave Ruben with the Undertaker task.
Yeah, Ruben, that's on you.
Start saving.
Sorry.
He needs to start saving. We've got to pay that.
He's not gonna be able to save. Jesus, he's as bad as me when it comes to figs.
You're not wrong there. You're not wrong.
But
we'll get a load from Brett. With all his green tags, we'll borrow back on them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what about it? Do you reckon you can put those up as a keepsake for a bank loan?
Collateral.
Yeah. Instead of putting up the house, you put up the figs.
Yeah. So,
Seeing how much some of those figures have risen in value this year, it's probably not a bad idea, especially the
But to be
older.
fair, what bank's going to believe you that a little doll is? They'd probably call it as worth $2,000 or whatever, you know.
well, who?
Like-
this way. Who? It'll be interesting to see who actually has their collection insured, because I know mine are all covered under my insurance. I've put them under my insurance. So,
Yeah. Well, because we're
say-
live on video, my collection's definitely insured, so don't turn up to my house and try and take them.
I would say Brett's is probably covered under his insurance, because speaking from seeing it, it's worth a lot. So he's put a lot.
What's his address?
No,
But
I'll
on that
never
note,
be
guys.
I'll never be invited back if I did that.
On that note, guys, I think we'll start to end the show here because we're doing what we done last night and turning it into a figure chat again. So I think
That's
right
what
now
you
it's probably
do. That's you. I didn't do a thing.
You turn up and you don't even watch the show, which the show's about. So it turns into a figure chat.
So what we're gonna do now, guys, is we're gonna head out. But before I do, thank you for joining in. Obviously, thank you for enjoying the announcement. I guess it looks like you guys enjoyed the announcement based on who's joined in the chat after and what you guys have been commenting. Share it around, tell everyone.
I definitely think you should
on
play
top
the
of
video
that,
again. One more time, play it again.
we'll play it to send us off. But on top of that, guys, it's in the works. Don't know when it's going to happen, but there will be a figure show starting very soon. Between mainly Alex and Ruben, I'll probably be more producer for that one and just clicking the buttons. But I'll be here as well, I guess.
All Ruben.
Yeah. All right. So there's going to be a fig show starting soon, guys. If there's anything you guys want more them to kind of cover on the show, send a message to us on the Facebook page or whatever. But I'm sure they've got a few things they can talk about to begin it off anyway. So keep an eye out for that. But
sure we do.
On top of that, I'm just going to take us all out of off the screen now and play us off on the video. Do you want to say anything to sign us out?
Nah, we'll see
thank you guys. Thanks for making this happen.
No problem.
G'day, Kiwis, and all wrestling fans. Expect me, Wrestling Collectibles New Zealand fans. WWE Hall of Famer here, Bushwhacker Luke. The bloody good news is that on November the 7th, I will be on Chat with Wrestlers via Facebook Live for Q&A and selling and signing photos, action figures, t-shirts, WWE comic books, 2015 Hall of Fame rings, and Bushwhacker Hall of Fame belts, all signed by me and shown to you right there on Facebook Live. Kiwis, I am very excited about talking to you live in my home country, New Zealand. So remember, November the 7th, mark that down now and keep tuned for time of day. See you then, mateys. Oh yeah, whoa, yay!